We're just having a quick look at our portfolio here, how it's going. I'll just have a quick look at a couple of charts and then I'll read out what we've got, what positions we've got open at the moment and what's closed. So this now with DGAS, if you get a bit more advanced, you can go to the 4-hour, 2-hour. We're using the 4-hour, 2-hour on LabU and LabD. That's a bit more volatile, but you can also use it like this for when you get a bit more volatility in some of these others. You can use it occasionally as well to enter trades. But the key to this strategy is that if you're only risking 2% per trade, 2% of the portfolio per trade, and when you enter here, you put 1% on here, right? On this 4-hour, 2-hour, you take this as a 1% of the portfolio entry, and then you put your other 1% on here, so you do a double entry, what I call a double entry, right? And that just keeps your risk under control, because instead of risking 2%, you're only risking 1%. So you've got a best of both worlds type of situation. The biggest mistake people make when starting out a portfolio is they try to take too big a size before the portfolio gets going. You don't have a buffer zone yet. Once you get a buffer zone, then you can increase the size of your trades a bit more exponentially as the portfolio grows. But in the beginning, you don't want to be taking on big risk, because your portfolio will be gone in no time, especially with these leveraged ones. So this is how you manage risk properly, like a professional trader. So we've got this. So we've got an order on here right now for DGAS. Right, UGAS hit our 2-hour stop. I said in the previous video, I showed in the previous video, I'm putting the stop up to the 2-hour. I opened it on the 4-hour daily, but the gate closed on the daily by the end of the day. So you push the stop up to the 2-hour, and it did hit the stop on the 2-hour. So now we've got UGAS open, DGAS rather. We've closed UGAS and we're open DGAS at 1%, and we're looking to add to this another 1% here in a double entry. And Nugget closed out. This is what will often happen. You'll get your stop was hit right here. If it had been a real trade, it would have been stopped out here, but for our purposes of our study, we're saying this is the close when we get the red dot here. Right, so that was our close on Nugget. It was over 50% in a month there, and that's a 3 times leverage one. So do the math on that, and you can see that's an awesome gain right there in a month. So to be able to get a gain like that is without this. The idea of this is you can use this method without knowing anything about trading. Someone who's never seen a chart before should be able to follow these instructions. If they can't follow these instructions, then there's some sort of issue there. I don't really have time to work through what issues people have. I give people a go at this. This is what everyone's going to, if I ever show anyone my method again, they're going to start with this exercise. And what it does is it flushes out a lot of psychological issues in people, right? If some people just can't follow instructions. They just don't. They either can't or they won't follow instructions. So if I come across someone like that, I just shake their hand. I say, all the best, I can't help you any further, and we leave it at that. And it saves me wasting my time. It saves them wasting time in something that they're probably not suited to. So it's best for both. No use bashing your head against a brick wall trying to work out why somebody can't get it. Some people just won't. Some people just will not get it. I've met quite a few of these people. They're not dumb, they're very smart. Right, but they just cannot, for whatever reason, they cannot even follow a basic instruction. They will do anything but what I tell them. Now, I don't have the patience to work with people like that. You can't tell me you didn't have time, or you whatever, it's too complicated. No, it's not. Whatever excuse you can come up with. Right? If you say it's too boring, fine. It's not for you. don't waste my time. If you want to be sexy and scalp for 10 pips, go ahead and try it. Try opening an account and see if you can make money scalping for 10 pips. I guarantee you 1% of the population's able to trade that way. And you'll find out the hard way. Then you'll come back and, I'll have another go at it. No, you won't. You won't have another go at it because you're done with me now at that point. That's the way I'm going to be running it from now on. I'm going to be getting a lot tougher with people. You want to help? You want me to help you? You've got to follow my instructions. You don't go off on a tangent. You don't say, oh, but I use it this way, but I use it that way. Or somebody on Twitter I had one person trying my trading method and they're putting those stupid bloody Gartley patterns on that they use on TradingView. Now, they look fantastic, sure, but you can't actually, they're not actually practical to use as a trading method. And somebody was putting these Gartley patterns over the top of my trading method, and I said, no, that's not the way it works, my friend. If you want to use Gartley patterns, you don't waste my time trying to pretend to learn my method. What you're doing is you're drifting. That person's going to drift from one indicator to another. And they're going to be thinking that they're going to find some magical indicator that makes them a profit on every trade. It doesn't work that way. Anyway, so let's go through now. So just to recap, so we've got UWT closed and we've got a buy order on DWT at 7.14. UGAS closed at the 2-hour stop. We've got the order, I just showed DGAS, right? We've got SVXY is long, that's a real good one. TQQ is still long. SPXL is now long. Junk, long. That's just holding on. Junk's just long. Just holding on long. Nugget closed. Soxal is long. EEM is long. And LabVIEW is long on our 4.2. So just a quick one. A bit of a rant, but I have to try and get through to people and the purpose of this is to uncover those psychological issues. Now, the person that's trying this method had a lot of issues with phrasing. They understood my trading method very well, and they were really trying hard to follow my instructions. Some people just need a bit more help. That's a different story. So that's why we're trying this right back to basics to uncover what's happening, why people are freezing up with their psychological issues that they have, and they're saying they can't find a trade and blah blah blah. Right, this has really helped tremendously, and the person that's using this has written me an email saying that this trading thing's not so hard after all. So that's a huge breakthrough. To get a response like that from someone is awesome. But we've still got a bit of work to do on this. I'm going to keep going with this demonstration because we've got a few more things to look at yet. We're not finished with this. And then we're going to look at entering, for example, you can enter here on Nugget, and then you can enter again. You can take a second entry here and trail the stops up both together. Just move the stops up under the trend here. Instead of one stop, you're going to have two stops here, right? You're going to get stopped out. I don't ever take off half. A lot of people take off half. I don't trade that way. If I've got no conviction to be in the trade, I want to be all out. I'll scale into the trade. I'll go 1, 2, and then maybe sometimes you'll get 3, right? But I'll scale into it. But these are 2%, like you'd take 2%, you can take 2%, 2%, there you got 4% in the trade and you trail it up. So you're taking full trades on these ones, 2%, 2%, and now this one, now you got stopped out here, but because the 4-hour MACD is still a bit down, I don't really want to put a order on here, so I might just put an alert on here, say alert me if I get a close above this trender, just alert me to that, right, rather than putting on a limit order. So there you go. We're covering quite a bit here now. All right, bye for now.